Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to my disaster of a pantry closet. In today's video, I'm showing you how I took this mess and put some method to the madness. Giving our pantry a total overhaul was a task that was long overdue. For the longest time, we had just been shoving things wherever we could find a place for them on the shelves, and it was to a point where there really wasn't even much space left to do that. As I got started, my priority was just taking everything out of there. It was to a point where I didn't even know what we had in there to begin with, so I wanted to unload the shelves so that I could have the best picture of what we had, what I needed to ditch, and what was in there that didn't belong in the first place. As I unloaded the shelves and put things into the kitchen, I tried to group like items together. This was so that it would be easier for me when it came time to restock items. That way I would know exactly what belonged together and I could make sure I was creating enough space for those like items to sit together on the shelves. I am all for a Instagram-worthy, Pinterest-worthy pantry, but at the end of the day, what I need is something that is easy to maintain. As much as I would like to have this glamorous pantry, I just know that it would only last a few weeks and then I would be discouraged that I couldn't keep it up. So as I was doing this project, my focus was on making sure that it did have some aesthetic appeal, but mostly that it was functional and that it was something that I could maintain easily on a day-to-day basis. A couple ways that I tried to give it some visual appeal was using these plastic containers that I purchased on Amazon. I know the OXO brand tends to be pretty popular, but they also tend to be pretty pricey. So I found these sets on Amazon. I purchased a couple of them and they were a little bit more affordable, but same great quality and same great seals on them as well. One of the easiest ways to cut down on clutter is to reduce packaging. As I started to go through what I was keeping and what I was throwing away, I was taking some time to take items out of packages that I could easily throw. I could put those items and like items into containers, and it would also give it more of a pretty aesthetic. I also purchased these stickers on Amazon as well, and these are another way to just give a little bit more personality to a typically boring space in your house. After I had gone through everything and put items into their containers, it was time for me to restock the shelves. As I did this, I wanted to make sure that items I would use most often or items I would need to grab most quickly were most accessible. So on the shelf that is eye level for me, that's where I put baking supplies, spices, pasta, rice, canned goods, and other things that I would need to grab quickly. On the shelf below that, but still just as accessible, is where I focused on putting all of the snacks and breakfast foods. Now that my son is so much more mobile, I wanted to make sure that the bottom shelf was stocked with things that I didn't really care if he got into. I'd much rather him make a mess with paper plates and Ziploc bags than a container of flour. When those things were stocked, I was left with the top shelf and the floor for items that I don't need often. So here it is, the final product. It's not anything all that glamorous, but it's definitely functional and definitely maintainable. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching my video. I hope it inspires you if you're planning on taking on a pantry overhaul. While you're here, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.